Now let's move on to something that just goes hand in hand with this. You need training. And we have Mr. Don Quitter here. He's the owner of Commercial Training Solutions, LLC from Orlando, Florida. How do you get involved with mining firms, mining companies, and on the grassroots level with these workers, training them how to properly use your facilities under stress?
Sure. Well, when thinking about training can be broken down into two phases. The first is the knowledge acquisition, and that's commonly handled with videos, PowerPoint slides, instructor-led pictures. It's a passive learning. The second phase, and arguably the most important, of course, is practical application of that knowledge so it's better internalized. And in the areas of refugee alternatives, I think most commonly manufacturers will provide some kind of training unit to the mines to practice on, and we've heard that a couple times already today. But something that we're doing that helps to enhance that process and not replace it, you always want to get hands-on, but is the use of virtual reality simulations. And we look at our first example here of one of those. This is a simulation of MineArc Systems low coal unit, and we use virtual reality, complete free play environment, and we replicate everything functional on the chamber. And so you open the doors, you test the gases, so you can also incorporate decision making into these simulations. If you do enter the airlock and you purge it, but the gases aren't right, you need to be able to recognize that and purge again. So operating it properly and operating the scrubbers properly. We implemented this training in Alabama. We broke the trainees into two groups. One went directly to the hands-on unit, one went through this simulation, and then went to the hands-on unit, and we saw a drastic difference in the group's ability. In the second, those who went through the simulation, they were able to go through the hands-on unit without any help, and the instructor just stood back and observed, and no prompting was needed, while the others needed some prompting as they went through for the first time. Now, related to that, we've also talked about some emergency escape that happens prior to that. So we'll look at an example of how simulation could be used there.
In this lesson, you're a miner working at the face of a coal mine. It's 3 hours into the shift when you learn there may be a fire in the section.
Hello, working section. Hello, working section.
This is the working section. Go ahead.
There seems to be a problem in your area. I heard the conversation. Gather everyone here at the power center.
Yeah, what is it?
There may be a fire in the section. We need to meet at the power center.
Okay, we are going to the power center. Meet you there.
It's getting worse. We should go back. Congratulations, you successfully navigated your way out of the mine. Take this short quiz to complete the lesson.
So we can see there that they're put into an emergency situation, they have their decision making, and it's gone through a very similar description of the scenario that we heard a little bit earlier. The next video is related to mine rescue. So this is what's happening underground.
A1. Here we go. Advancing. In smoke. Getting denser. Got some bad talk. Okay, I've dangered that off.
Okay, so what we saw there is the whole team, the mine rescue team, behind their own individual computers. You have the captain, the gas man, the mat man, and so on. And this one is different because it's what's called multiplayer. They all have their own computers, but it's networked together. They're working together to work a problem very similar, if not identical, if not taken directly from mine rescue competitions. So the map man maps the map. Here you can see he's fighting the fire, putting up timbers if they need to get into a certain area, but they have to go through bad top. and working the problem to find the miners and to work the emergency. And what we've seen so far, these are what's called desktop simulations. And we'll go directly on to the next one. And what is new with this one here, and what we're seeing here is we were recently awarded a contract from NIOSH to build an immersive environment. And we're going to zoom out here. It's a 360-degree wall, concave, with projectors all around. So you're basically in a room with the mine projected up onto the walls. Circular room, and you see over there on the right-hand side a 120-degree display system as well. So where the first several examples were desktop simulations, this is an example of a new type of training that's emerging now that is a very immersive environment to deal with mine rescue as well as emergency escape. And that's called I'm not sure if it's MRET or the Mining Rescue and Emergency Training Laboratory at NIOSH.
Thank you very much, Donald.